In 2024, global lithium-ion battery production surpassed 1.2 terawatt-hours, supplying energy for more than 14 million electric vehicles. According to Bloomberg NEF, average lithium-ion pack costs fell to $95 to $105 per kilowatt-hour, driven by scale, yield rates above 95%, and fully amortized gigafactory infrastructure. In the same year, total automotive-grade solid-state battery output remained effectively near 0 gigawatt-hours. Toyota, the most consistent advocate of solid-state batteries, has publicly demonstrated prototype cells exceeding 400 watt-hours per kilogram and cycle life beyond 1,000 cycles. Yet Toyota's own guidance limits real deployment to small volumes after 2027, primarily in hybrids rather than full battery electric vehicles. The reason is not uncertainty about performance, it is cost visibility. Volkswagen's battery subsidiary, PowerComforting, has stated that first-generation solid-state cells could cost 30 to 50% more per kilowatt-hour than state-of-the-art lithium-ion cells even at pilot scale. BMW has echoed similar concerns, indicating that solid-state packs would initially be restricted to flagship vehicles where battery cost is not the primary constraint. These statements form a consistent pattern across the industry. The first cost wall appears at the anode. Conventional lithium-ion batteries use graphite, priced at roughly $8 to $12 per kilogram, processed through highly optimized slurry coating lines. Solid-state batteries require lithium metal foil, which trades material abundance for precision manufacturing. Producing lithium foil thinner than 20 micrometers with thickness variation below plus or minus 2 micrometers requires inert environments, slow rolling speeds, and high scrap tolerance. Industry estimates place lithium metal foil costs at 5 to 10 times higher per unit area than graphite anodes. More critically, defect sensitivity is exponential. A single local thickness anomaly increases current density, triggering dendrite growth and internal short circuits. Cells are not repaired, they are discarded. Discarded cells are not a rounding error, they are a cost multiplier. The solid electrolyte compounds the issue. Sulfide-based electrolytes, such as those explored by Toyota and Solid Power, rely on elements including lanthanum, zirconium, and phosphorus. Materials that lack mature automotive-scale supply chains. Their prices fluctuate dramatically because demand remains laboratory-driven rather than industrial. Oxide electrolytes, used by QuantumScape, avoid moisture sensitivity but require sintering temperatures above 1,000 degrees Celsius, often combined with hot or isostatic pressing. Each of these steps adds capital equipment, energy consumption, and cycle time. Polymer electrolytes reduce processing temperature, but typically achieve ionic conductivities 1 to 2 orders of magnitude lower than sulfides at room temperature, forcing compromises in power output and operating temperature. No chemistry escapes the cost trade-off. Manufacturing infrastructure transforms these material challenges into permanent overhead. Sulfide electrolytes react violently with moisture, producing hydrogen sulfide gas at humidity levels harmless to lithium-ion cells. To prevent degradation, production lines must operate inside ultra-dry environments with dew points approaching negative 70 degrees Celsius. Industrial dehumidification at this level is not incremental. According to battery equipment suppliers, humidity control alone can account for 15 to 20% of total operating expenditure in a sulfide solid-state plant. As a result, estimated capital expenditure for a solid-state factory is 60 to 80% higher than for a comparable lithium-ion facility of the same nameplate capacity. Mechanical requirements further erode the cost case. Liquid electrolytes naturally wet electrode interfaces, tolerating minor deformation and aging. Solid-state batteries cannot rely on this behavior. To maintain ionic contact, cells must operate under continuous compressive pressure, often measured in multiple megapascals. This pressure must be maintained uniformly over thousands of cycles and years of vibration. At the pack level, this translates into rigid frames, thicker end plates, and additional structural components. Automotive engineers estimate that such reinforcement can reduce effective pack-level energy density by 10 to 15%, offsetting much of the theoretical cell-level advantage. Yield is where economics collapse completely. Modern lithium-ion gigafactories routinely achieve yields above 95%, allowing marginal cost reductions to scale rapidly. Solid-state manufacturing involves ceramic layers, brittle interfaces, and high-temperature processing. Microcracks, delamination, and voids are common failure modes. Current industry estimates place automated solid-state yield rates between 50 and 60%. In practical terms, this means nearly half of all processed material is scrapped. When combined with lithium metal foil, rare element electrolytes, and energy-intensive sintering, low yield alone can double the effective cost per usable kilowatt-hour. This reality explains why CATL, despite aggressive research, has stated that solid-state batteries are not suitable for near-term mass EV deployment. Hyundai and Mercedes-Benz have similarly indicated that solid-state technology will debut in limited, premium applications, not volume platforms. The industry is not unconvinced. It is unconvinced by the economics. Recycling introduces a final structural cost. Lithium-ion batteries can be shredded and processed via hydrometallurgy, recovering nickel, cobalt, and lithium at increasing efficiency. Solid-state batteries are fundamentally different. Their layers are densely sintered ceramic metal composites, engineered to never separate. Recovering materials requires new chemical pathways, higher temperatures, and more aggressive reagents. Early estimates suggest recycling costs could be significantly higher per kilowatt-hour than for conventional cells, undermining circular economy assumptions. The result is a self-reinforcing trap. Solid-state batteries are too expensive to deploy at scale. Without scale, supply chains cannot mature, yields cannot improve, and costs cannot fall. Unlike lithium-ion technology, which benefited from decades of consumer electronics scaling before automotive adoption, solid-state batteries lack a cost-absorbing intermediary market. Solid-state batteries are not a scientific dead end. They are an economic paradox. The physics are proven, but the manufacturing system is not, until breakthroughs emerge in low-pressure architectures, scalable electrolyte synthesis, and high-yield ceramic processing. Solid-state batteries will remain confined to applications where cost is secondary to performance. For mainstream electric vehicles, the hidden cost problem is not peripheral, it is decisive.